Hi everyone, happy Thursday. Yay! Are you from Hawaii?
No, ma'am. I'm actually from Downers Grove, and then I was stationed in Hawaii when I was in the military.
Okay, where are you located now, Grace?
I'm in St. Louis now.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so
I see that you're from
hello.
back in.
We very much Hawaii, love Hawaii. We actually leave in what's today? We leave in 8 days for Hawaii. So
Which island are you going to, Heather?
we go to Maui. So it's just like I don't know about all you, but we've had the longest year. A lot of like unfortunate personal things, deaths and all that. And so like this is like we need this trip. And so um I'm excited to be here with you guys today, but also sad because it's like yes, vacation's coming, but I'm also so used to planning all these trainings and stuff. So but yeah, we absolutely love Maui. If you haven't been, go. Highly suggest it. It's just different out there. It's so beautiful.
Well, when you get a chance, Heather, go to Kauai and then private message me, and you can use one of my cars over there because
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
We considered Kauai, but when we go, the weather in Kauai, from what we saw, isn't as great as Maui. And so we were like, my husband's very dead set on like staying with the place that we know, right? And so it's okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm going to Hawaii, right? Anyways, thank you, Grace. So I would love to hear where everyone is located. I see so many familiar faces, a lot of people I already know. So awesome. Thank you. I want to be mindful of time. But if you don't know, I love teaching short sales. I love teaching distress sales. So we actually are live every single Thursday. I come up with some sort of, 30 to 60-minute training. People ask questions. I love it. I think a majority of you have been on that. So we'll talk about when that's going to start in 2025 at the end, but make sure you stay till the end because I am going to give away some free stuff. Tis the season, right? All right. So if you can, oh, are we commenting? Yes. Yes, Bonnie, Kauai and Hawaii. Okay, so we got, oh, West Michigan. Yes, Eric, I know where you're at. Alabama, California. Yes, Doug, I know that. From the Ninth Island, Virginia. Awesome. So yeah, I just like to know where people are at. Kind of fun to see. Happy Thursday, Melanie. Hopefully all of you are winding down for the holiday season. I'm still trying to close one short sale. It's kind of a nightmare, but that's okay. Colorado Springs. Okay, welcome. All right. Final power hour of this year. So I did something similar last year. And, usually this is like, the big end of year. People are trying to plan for the new year. I want you to ask questions here, okay? There's a lot of people on here that are a part of my community, and they'll tell you that I love answering questions. So maybe a question has come up in the past or whatever. Now's the time to ask that. You can certainly send me, if you don't want to ask it in the chat, you can send it privately if you want. Okay, so why are you here? Let's talk about that. I know that a lot of you have reached out to me this year. So I've had this free group for probably 3 years now. I don't know. I lose track of time. I think all my days roll into one. And a lot of you have reached out to me and has asked questions and really want to get in the niche of distress sales. And I want to help you do that because, a lot of people probably pull you away from that. Managing brokers, people in the office, they'll say, don't do it. Well, why do you want to do it? Well, we want to do it because it helps us stand out. It helps us make a very good living, but most importantly, help these homeowners. They need the proper help. So, anyways, hopefully you're here because you do not want to build a six-figure niche without help. Okay. It is not fun. It is slow and it is harder. How do I know this? I know this because my husband and I started in 2007 and we literally figured everything out ourselves. It sucked. Countrywide. Anyone remember Countrywide? That was our very first short sale. Yes, Doug, I'm seeing you're saying yes. It just was not fun, okay? And so it requires a lot of time. And if you've been on my Zooms before, especially in my community, I talk about time a lot of energy, a lot of money. And it does lead to burnout, okay? We don't want you to get burnt out in this niche. Are there times where I'm like, yeah, oh my gosh, what the heck am I doing? Of course, but here I am, how many years later? Oh Lord, a long time, still doing the same thing, okay? So I really want to put you on the fastest path to becoming that go-to distressed short sale specialist expert in your area. It does not matter if you are brand new or if you've been in the business forever, okay? It doesn't matter. The best way is right telling someone how to do it. So anyone here just like mind goes crazy, doesn't know where to start, and they're like, yes, I know I need Heather to tell me exactly what to do, right? All right. So BluePrint Short Sales is my company, and so I really want to, and I know that there's a lot of people in my community on this call, so feel free to chime in on the chat. I'll, have some questions at the end and we can, talk to you a little bit, but I really want you, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the short sale world. What's going on? Is it coming back? I had a meeting with my bankruptcy attorney yesterday, and he said they are trickling up. And usually the first quarter of a new year is when there are the highest bankruptcies, the holidays and all that. So what is this community, like what this community is not, okay? It's not like, okay, you're gonna come on and I disappear. I am very, very easy to get a hold of. Anyone in the community can tell you that, okay? I hate horrible communication. I don't think any of my training is crap. That does nothing for your business, okay? And I hate time wasting and I hate wasting money. And I do talk a lot about that. What is this community? I'm here for you. Why? Because we're going to talk about our mission in a second. I really, really want to help the homeowners. Do you know how many times I get calls from homeowners and they were like, oh yeah, let me give you an example. I just listed a house yesterday, short sale. It was listed before. What happened? Agent didn't know how to do it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, don't be that agent. If your managing broker or people around you are telling you not to get in the niche of distressed sales or short sales, don't listen to them. It's fine. You can do it. You just have to have a community around you. So loads and loads of communication. I believe it's really the best training in, the industry. And I've dabbled with other things. I know I have other community members that have as well. And I really do think it's worth everything that we put into it. Okay. All right. So what is our mission? Did you know that our mission is to help 10,000 families? If you didn't know that, well, now you do. Okay. So we are looking for other people to be a part of that mission. Any guesses? Now, if you're a part of my community, do not say the number, but any guesses on how many families we've helped so far? Now, this is an ongoing thing, so it's not like it starts every year. Our goal is to get to 10,000. Any guesses? Oh, I'm sure someone has a guess. 5,000. That's a great guess. So like there's about 130, I think, community members right now. So we aren't quite at 5,000. That's going to be a really great day. And we are above 1,500. So great guess, Doug. We've helped 2,761 families across the United States. Now this number gets updated every single month. So it is a part of my routine. I think it's important for us to share this. Like homeowners need to know, like, this is a safe place. BluePrint is a safe place to explore their options. And there are options, and there's a lot that we provide. It's not just, hey, come to a short sale. Maybe they can stay in their home, right? Yeah, I know it's really, really cool. So actually this number is probably higher because it was updated December 1st. So we have not gotten through the month of December, and I've had some closings and I know others have. So that will be updated at the beginning of 2025. Yes, I know, Natasha. All right, so super cool. I wanted to share that with you because it's not just like, hey, come on and do a weekly training and all that. It's like really about the collaboration and truly helping these homeowners and getting to that number. Imagine what it's going to feel like once we do. It may be a couple of years from now, maybe 5. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, right? All right. Okay, so I am doing something completely brand new. I've not done this before, and so that is why I decided to have it at this very last power hour, because like I do in my community, I give you this stuff and you will wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it and you'll get super excited. So why am I doing this now? I'm doing this now because, like I said, I've had a lot of individual conversations with all of you. If you haven't noticed, I've put different polls in the group, and I want to know how I can better service you, how I can help you, how I can help your communities by providing all the training and the knowledge that I have, all these crazy deals and years, right? So I'm doing it now because a lot of people have said, hey, I'm brand new. I really want to get into this. Or, hey, this year was not good, but I keep hearing about short sales and or homeowners that have auctions and they need help. These houses are going to foreclosure. So I'm doing it now because of that. I hear all of you. I see what you're saying. I see what you're asking. And that's what I'm here for. I want to be able to help you help your communities. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a sneak peek and I'm going to show you everything. Look, I like to talk and I want to be mindful of time. So as you start to see things and you have questions, please just post them in the chat. I would be happy to answer all of them. We are not going to be able to get to everything today, right? Unless you want to sit here with me all day. And well, I would do it, but So we have 5 courses. And then there's 4 series trainings. So what's the difference really? Okay. So the series trainings are more of like mini stuff. And so there's a number 1 short sale boot camp, which is a specific Facebook group. There is a business planning for success. So what do we do inside of the community to really analyze? How do I, pay my IRS taxes? How do I get organized as a business owner, right? And then there is a back to basics series training. So there's 4 different trainings and I will show you those. But really we're going to go over the courses. What is new? There's a brand new one. And then there is a couple of changes. Okay, so we're going to take a look at those first. Okay, the auction date lead generation blueprint. Anyone here market to auction dates before or would like to market to auction dates? I've had this in my group before, but what is different now? I'll tell you what's different. We've combined it all. Okay, so before it was like, hey, you could just get the equity letter. Hey, you could just get the auction date lead letter. Now it's all rolled into one. It makes it easier. It gives you options for these homeowners that have auctions. Now, just because a homeowner has an auction doesn't mean it's 100% a short sale. It could be an equity sale. I've had a lot of those close this year, okay? So it takes you through everything. And when I say everything, and I'm sure some of the community members can comment, it's everything. How do you find the leads? How do you set up your leads? The auction date lead postcard. So that is brand new this year. And combined with the postcard, we do text messages. Now you're probably all thinking, oh, Heather, are you going to get in trouble with the text message thing coming up? No, we don't do mass texting. This is like, hey, pick a few people, educate them, support them, be empathetic and compassionate of their situation. It's not texting 1,000 different people. You either use your cell phone or there's Google Voice, and we'll tell you and show you how to do all that. It's been very, very successful inside of the group. Okay. So we have the auction date lead postcard. We have the auction date lead letter. That letter I used for 13 years every single week. It has always been my number 2 lead source. I have not analyzed my year yet this year because I still have that stinking deal I'm trying to get closed. Anyone deal with real-time resolutions? Yeah, it's that one. And then we have the bonus letter. Okay. So the bonus letter is going to be the equity letter. That can go to really anyone. So you could take a combination of the postcards and the letters. And we have something really brand new coming up. So stay tuned. That will be in the bonus part. Okay. So how to get organized, how to pull your leads, how to analyze the leads, how to look them up, send them, prepare everything, how to prep for the text message campaign. What do I send every single week to these families? There's a document that we update every single week. And then once you start to get calls, that is where the community comes in. So it is all right here. Calls. What do you do? How do you help these homeowners? Every single person is going to tell you they want to keep the property. Anyone hear that this year? I think every single deal I closed this year that initially said, hey, I want to keep the property. Well, that's not always the case. And we have dealt with a lot of denial this year. Anyone else outside of the community deal with some denial? Yeah, it's a big thing. And so I think we have come up with a solution for those families that are in denial. So we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But how do you postpone that date? There's certain ways and helpful tips. Pre-listing prep, listing, the short sale offer, the packet, how to communicate through the process, the BPO and appraisal, the actual letter, and then getting it closed. So it is all right here. There's, I don't know, a crazy amount of lessons. We have discounts for my printing company. You don't have to use them. Look, we give you all of the tools that I'm still doing the exact same thing as everyone else. We give you all of those tools and you can tailor it towards your business. This is customizing your business. What is going to work for Doug? Maybe he doesn't have any auction date families. Maybe it's all pre-foreclosure. I know Melanie, who's on, we looked up her data. She has no pre-foreclosure. So why would you buy a pre-foreclosure course? You don't need it. You need the auction date stuff, right? And you can tailor your business towards that. Auction stuff should go out every single week, okay? So the new thing with the auction is we have combined everything. The postcard, the text campaigns, the equity letter, it's a front and back, and the letter that we call it the auction date letter. It's been used every single week up to this year. Then we change it to the postcards. You can edit all of these on your own. The postcard is editable in Canva. So any of you Canva lovers, have at it, okay? You can change it, customize it to yourself. All right, so the next one, I probably should have saved this one for, oops, I don't want to share that, hold on. Okay, I probably should have shared this one last, but I'm very, 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 very excited about this one. Anyone deal with bankruptcies before? Bankruptcies and distress sales. Okay, so like that's like my number one thing. So like the bankruptcy attorney I had lunch with yesterday, I do a lot of business with him. If you don't have any connection with bankruptcy attorneys, put it on your list for 2025. This course is going to help you, okay? How is it going to help you? Well, Property Radar, the system that we use, now has all of the bankruptcy data. And we have known this since early July, but it's really kind of taken us this time to put all of this together. I don't want to put out some half-ass marketing, okay? I don't. I want to make sure it's good. I want to make sure it works. I want to make sure that it's easy for these homeowners to understand. So we go through the introduction of bankruptcy leads, like why, this course is killing two birds with one stone. So what does that mean? So essentially you are going to learn how to market to families that are in a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13. And then you'll be able to look up the data on Property Radar and find out who their bankruptcy attorney is and then connect with them. Well, how do we connect with them? Okay, here's the book. So inside of this course, not only is the marketing letter, there's a letter, there's also a postcard, okay? and you can customize it to your business. There's QR codes on explaining 7 and 13. I give you all of the transcripts, but this is key. Families that are in a bankruptcy have no clue how to go about selling. You can't sell during a during a chapter 7. So we go through all this. This book is all customizable inside of Canva. If you don't want to use Canva, you can hire my design coordinator. I wrote all this, he designed it. So this book is going to be very powerful for your homeowners that are in a bankruptcy and also for bankruptcy attorneys. Okay, all of it right here. Now you don't have to mail the book out if you don't want to. Create a QR code and have them download it. Yeah, Sadak. So I do have a link for Property Radar. So let me get back to you on that one. I can post it at the end. So the ultimate guide to selling your home during or after bankruptcy. So really key tips for these homeowners, okay? So you're going to market to them. You're going to connect with them. If you connect with them, great. Then that's an in possibly with their bankruptcy attorney. If they do not contact you from the marketing, well, you then have their bankruptcy attorney info from Property Radar. Connect with them that way. Send them the book. Reach out to them. Hey, I'm marketing to homeowners that are in bankruptcy. Yeah, Sadak's really, really good. But all you Canva lovers, templates for everything, okay? I don't love Canva, but that's okay. I still like you if you like Canva. So the book is really, really powerful, okay? And then it will take you through how to find the attorneys, how to build those relationships, you know, weekly organization. So it's going to be a little bit different because you are going to set up 2 different lists inside of Property Radar. We want active, open bankruptcies, and we want dismissed ones, which would be chapter 13, okay? So it will take you through step by step on how to properly market to homeowners that are in a bankruptcy, and then how to connect with those bankruptcy attorneys. I'm 100% confident if you just got this one, it would take your business to the next level because I've dealt with bankruptcies. That's all I've dealt with. Probably should go back to law school. And I was in a MBA law and then I quit because I want to do real estate. But I think I could probably be a really great bankruptcy attorney. Anyway, so it's all right there, all customizable for you, okay? I also have a secret that is a part of the bonus gift for this particular course, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so hey, Mary. Sadak is my, I see your hand, Kimberly, just a second. Sadak is my design coordinator. So I'm sure you see all the stuff that goes on, all the graphics. I don't create those. I'm not a Canva lover. Now my boys who are almost 14 and 10, they love Canva. I should hire them, but I'm loyal. So Sadak's been working with me for probably 6 years. He's virtual and he has done all of the designs, okay? So all of the books, any graphic you see, he's done logos, he's done my BluePrint logos. So he's very, very good at taking what's inside of my brain and creating it how I want it, okay? So when you see the book, everything is from him, okay? And he's inside of the group, so he's very, very easy to get a hold of. Hey, Gail. Oh, thank you. Okay, Kimberly, I know you have a question. Oh, you got to unmute yourself. There you go.
Yeah. So with just kind of going back to bankruptcy, because you hadn't really in the past talked a lot about bankruptcies, but I think it's interesting. But what is that just such a long process to get a sale since you can't sell something that's in a chapter 7 or chapter 13?
Okay, so that's a good question. So in one, I think it's the next course that we're going to review. I have talked about my relationships before with bankruptcy attorneys. It's essentially been my #1 lead source for many, my attorneys, like the one that I met with yesterday, it's probably been like a 10-year relationship, okay? The reason why I'm just launching the bankruptcy course now is because I was waiting patiently for Property Radar to have all of this data available. And it was available at, I think it was like the end of June, beginning of July. Bonnie Henson, who she's on this call, she's a part of the group. I remember her saying, "Oh my gosh, it's available." And I was like freaking out but it's taken me that long because I don't want to just put out something, like I need to make sure we are properly informing these Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 clients. So to answer your question, Kimberly, I'm going to give you an example. You cannot sell during a Chapter 7. It has to be discharged, but that is about a 90-day process depending on your state, okay? So for example, the house I listed yesterday, it is in a Chapter 7. And so how do we go about that? It is all involved in this course, okay? I could be here all day talking about it, but there's specific things that you have to do when they're in a bankruptcy. So it's, by the time I negotiate the short sale, it's probably going to be 3 months. And then they'll issue an approval and we won't be able to close on it until it's discharged. So the timing is really not an issue. In a Chapter 13, you can sell in a Chapter 13, but there's an extra step that you have to go to court for.
Okay, great.
So for example, down here, let's see here, approval letter. So here's the extra step. Well, if it's Chapter 13, you have to go to court for approval. So that's why it's very, very important to have these relationships with these bankruptcy attorneys. And I know everyone in my group probably gets tired of hearing me say bankruptcy attorneys. It is the key to short sales and distressed sales, 100%, okay? So that's why I'm now, this bankruptcy lead generation blueprint is the brand new course available. So the coaching members saw it last week for the first time, okay? So I do have another surprise for this particular course. Any questions?
Heather?
Yeah.
Heather, this is Rich.
Hey, Rich.
And in response to Gail, the point is, Gail, that the bankruptcy process, it requires an attorney. Then you're not an attorney. You don't do legal things, but you get the short sale all set up. You engage the attorney, and the attorney then does their thing. And in the meantime, those 90 days, you can then go on and start a process with another short sale or another listing of a process, and knowing that in 90 days, and as you get these things set up, you've got a pipeline that's going to be closing, and you can keep that pipeline full. So, and the other thing is what you'll find out in the bankruptcy course is bankruptcy is not a solution to save a property. It's just a temporary, it buys time. It's really, and that's the thing that it'll be hard for you as an agent to communicate to a seller, a borrower. That's why you engage the attorney, because the attorney, who quote unquote is smarter than you, everyone thinks attorneys are smarter than realtors. So they're going to listen to the attorney. But if you get a good attorney, the good attorney will be honest and forthright, and they will say bankruptcy is not a solution. It's just a deferral process to get to the ultimate solution, which is either we can save the home, refinance it, pull it, back into, get it out of forbearance or whatever, and or sell it. Those are the ultimate options, and that's where you come in. So you're always there for the ultimate option.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Rich. Actually, I'm gonna probably pick on you a little bit later, Rich, for the new thing that basically it's because of Rich we have this potential new way of helping these denial families. So I appreciate your comment, Rich. Bankruptcy is really wonderful. It really is. If people ask me, I'd be like, look, I'd go for the auctions and I'd go for the bankruptcy. Why? I do that because if you market to homeowners that have these auctions, one of the ways to postpone that date is to file bankruptcy. So it's a way for you to build a relationship with a bankruptcy attorney, because you can say, hey, I'm marketing to these homeowners. My marketing is unique. There's no one else in the country doing what we're doing right now. and I want to be able to give you business. Okay. Go about it as them, helping them, adding value to their firm. And so that's what this book is. Not only it's killing two birds with one stone, it's helping the homeowner, it's educating them, but it's also saying, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Bankruptcy Attorney, let me help you. You got a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13 client that has a house? I'm going to come on and I'm going to be that go-to agent. I'm pretty confident that most of them do not have an agent to work with. Okay. So that's bankruptcy. Then we have the books. So you all know about my books. What is different with these? I'll tell you what's different. The book's not different. So there's two and they are combined now. Okay. This is where I've talked about bankruptcy attorneys before, because we provide this to bankruptcy attorneys. We provide this to divorce attorneys. We provide this to foreclosure defense. It is a valuable resource for their office. You can also get them virtually. But what is different? It is combined now. Two, one package, one course, two books, and they are now all available in Canva. Woo! For all you Canva lovers, you are going to be able to edit everything. Now, I don't necessarily think you should go in and start editing the verbiage. It's exactly what you need. But you can go in, do the colors, obviously the logo, you don't want my face on the book. So it's all right here. So essentially, before there was two separate ones, and then you would have to have SADAC update everything. Nope. It is all right here. You can download the editable PDF. You can use the template inside of Canva. You can get discounts at M13, all of that. It's right here now, okay? We'll teach you how to create that lead capture form. Which book are you referring to? There's a lot of them, Doug. These two books? So these two books are not new. We've had these ones for a while, but they were like separate. So now they are not separate. It is one package for both. And you no longer have to get this done by my design coordinator. So if you see in here, it will have you click here for the Canva template, and you'll be able to update everything on your own. Now, if you want to have SADAC, I do provide all of his information and he would handle all of that for you. So some people don't want to do it. There's also the editable PDF here if you prefer to have that. So it's all laid out very easy inside of the course, okay? So that's what's different. Same books. And then, you know, you can get discounts. So my printer right now is having 24% off everything. So you're able to set up an account with them and get discounts. Look, you don't have to use my printer. It's just an option. It's a tool for you guys, but use support local. If you don't, do not go to like a FedEx or something. They're horrible. No. Okay. Any questions on the two books? This is how I've built relationships with all of my attorneys. Now, the bankruptcy book, Doug, in the previous course, all the same thing. You can either have SADAC do it, or you can edit it yourself. You'll get you'll have the PDF. You can put it in a flip book online. You can get them printed. Okay. For the books or the letters or anything, I can look it up. Yeah, so right now, this is my printing company. So you wouldn't be able to just go to them and get discounts right now. There's a process, okay? I don't know how much, I know, like I said, there's that discounts right now. So let's just take a look at a sales sheet, because that's going to be important as we get into the bonus parts, okay? So 1,000 quantity, it's 8.5 by 11 for the bonus thing that's coming up, okay? And most of you, some of you know what it is. I use 60-pound here, double-sided. You can always select them. If you select this, they'll give you an additional 5%, okay? And then our codes, because I have an account with them, it's already set up. So that's how it'd be for you guys. And there's a whole module lesson on how to get your account set up. I would still set one up because you never know. But so like right now I'm saving I already ordered the new thing that I'm going to talk about, but that's a good savings, right? Okay, so if you wait for their discounts or their sales, you could save a few $100 a year. I'm all about saving money. So pretty good discounts. So that's just an example of one. Okay.
Yes, and just to be clear, when Heather says my company, she doesn't own the company. She doesn't have a financial interest in it.
No.
She's promoting it because it's been very supportive and successful for her.
Yeah, I don't get anything from them. I've been using them since 2008. It is local to me. However, it's local meaning like 25 minutes. I get lazy. I still don't drive out. I just have them ship it to me. I know that's probably super funny, but wait, time is your most valuable resource, right? So yeah, there's a discount going on right now. Absolutely love them. So, all right, so there's the two books. Okay. The fourth course is, of course, building these powerful relationships. So I talk a lot about the bankruptcy in here. We have provided another book, okay, for these specific to these bankruptcy attorneys, okay? So it's really how to go about adding value and boosting profits for these attorneys. It is not about you. Let's go to Mr. Attorney and say, hey, how many Chapter 7s and how many Chapter 13s do you file a month or quarterly? Okay, how many of those have homes? Can I help you add value, which is you, helping them understand how to sell, all that. And then boosting firm profits would be the attorney could stay on during the whole deal. Now, some of you are not attorney states, and I recognize that. There's still a way to go about it, okay? So every scenario is going to be a little bit different. But we want to build powerful relationships with bankruptcy attorneys, foreclosure defense, divorce, probate, maybe real estate, okay? And that's all explained here, how to find them, how to build relationships with them, what can you drop off at their office to be like, wow, and they have this aha moment. The bar associations, how do you get in with them? How do you find them? All of that, okay? So this is specific. So if you're like, yep, I want to do bankruptcy attorneys, or I want to do any attorney for that matter, here. The book, I actually do not send to M13. I just print it here at my house. I have a really great printer. It's 8.5 by 11. I put it in like one of those nice folders. It's good, okay? But I do use the other books, especially new one, to send it out there, okay? Questions so far? Hey, Debbie. Yeah, M13, they're really great. Like I said, if you have a local printer, you know, I'm pretty loyal. So like if you already found someone and you use them, great. But it's still nice to have another option, especially if there's sales going on. So they do a lot of Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. I was very surprised to have this end of year sale, actually. I don't remember them doing that before. But if you can save money, great, right? Okay, and then the final course is the pre-foreclosure. So this one has not changed. Now there's some, like I said, Melanie, I think, is on this Zoom. She doesn't have any pre-foreclosures in her area. It's all auction, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I don't recommend you getting this course, okay? But keep track of your data because you may need the pre-foreclosure down the road. The pre-foreclosure is really a drip plan to these homeowners that maybe just got a filing, or maybe they're 6 months in. You could start at 6 months in. The house that I'm trying to close right now, he hasn't made a payment in 5 years. Welcome to the state of Illinois, okay? So why does Melanie have zero pre-foreclosures in all these auctions? Because her state does not go through the courts, okay? So if you are a state that does not go through the courts, it goes through the pre-foreclosure process pretty quickly, and there's going to be a lot more auctions. Now, if you are in a state like Illinois where it does have to go through the courts, it is slow. And so there's a lot of pre-foreclosures, but there's also a lot of auctions. So we pull up our data every single Wednesday. My mom works for me. Many of you don't know that. Her name is Bonnie. She's not on here. Bonnie is the other one in our community. And she sends me an email of how many letters or postcards, depending on the week of what's going on. We had 50 more yesterday than we've had this whole entire year. So, you know, we're usually averaging, I don't know, 125 a week. I think she had like 100 and close to 175. So I don't know. We'll see. But if you're not sure on your data, I would be happy to look that up. Okay. All right. Questions on the courses. Whew. It is hot in here, but we are getting snow later. Okay. So let me just see here. All right. So you're probably thinking I'm gonna show you the 4 series trainings here in a second. But I'm gonna do a deal. I'm gonna do a deal till the end of the year. Okay. And we're gonna do 50% off everything. So I'm gonna show you exactly what it is. So the Superstore between it's gonna go live. So it's gonna go live after this session and through December 31st. Central Time at 11:59 will be that availability for you, okay? 50% off. And it's already in the system, so you don't have to worry about a discount code, none of that. So it's for all 5 courses, and then here's a series training. So again, the series training is more of like a mini, okay? So maybe you're like, I'm not sure. I want to just get a general, I want to be able to speak confidently to buyers and sellers. Probably the #1 short sale boot camp. Okay, this is through Facebook. I'll show it to you. The strategic business planning is just getting organized. I am, I don't know what the word is, like super weird when it comes to organization. I mean, everything is very specific for me. And so I've taught you how I'm doing all of that on a monthly and yearly basis. Back to basic series training, and then our lead generation through Facebook groups, which we've had success with. So, okay, let me see here. So here's this will go live. Okay, so all of it is already in there. So these are the current prices. So the auction date lead blueprint that we spoke about that has the postcard, has the text message campaign, has the equity letter, has the auction, and then how the heck do you get this done, whether it's an equity sale or a short sale through the whole entire thing, okay? And then we have the pre-foreclosure lead generation blueprint. That includes 8 different letters. Remember, that is a drip plan to educate these homeowners as to what is going on throughout the process. They don't know. They're just getting letters of like, hey, let me buy your house, okay? No, let's let them know what is going on, okay? I will talk about the community in a minute. There's the books. Okay, so that's the 2 books here. Now remember, you do not have to get them edited by Sadak anymore, which is really great. You'll be able to do it on your own. You have that option though. Here's the #1 short sale boot camp. So what does that entail? It's essentially 10 different modules on really an overview. It's like a really great master class on steroids, okay? Is it going to get you to where you need to be? Probably not, but it is such great information. It is better than those classes you take at the credits that you have to take. It is. Lots of freebies in here. I give the homeowner questionnaire. I have Facebook ads I've used. Note cards we've used. How to look up Fannie Mae, stuff about Equator. There's more in here. The pre-foreclosure lead letter. Now that is not what's in the course. This letter essentially has been retired. We now use the series letter. So it's all right here for you. It will take you through on how to get through everything. So there's the boot camp, okay? And then we have the strategic business planning. That is 6 courses of me explaining how I organize for the year. There's a huge PDF of a game plan on how to prep for the new year, how to break down expenses, how to market yourself. Then we have a monthly analysis report you'll get. We have a Google spreadsheet that will calculate you know, okay, I'm sending this to taxes. This is what my income was. This is the net, the gross, all that. We also have a monthly expense sheet that I use as well. You'll have access to. Back to Basics series training is exactly that. It's back to basics for short sales. We're diving in and we are just going to make it super simple, start to finish. Okay. Lead generation through Facebook groups. That was a Facebook group training that we had this year. It is, I think it was 8 to 10 courses, other stuff that was provided. And really it's like, hey, how can you create a Facebook group, incorporate your real estate, and get leads from it? And I give you a ton of examples. It is definitely doable, but it takes time. And then building powerful relationships with attorneys, okay? So I think that covered it all. Bankruptcy, yeah. So again, so all the prices are right there, 50% off. I'm not going to go in and name them all, but they're all right there. So normally, you know, 11, 14, okay? 50% off till the end of the year, okay? Let me just see what questions that we have. Oh, hey, Mary. Hey, Lola, thank you. Okay. All right, so let's get into the gifts. So these are not the free stuff that I'm going to give away at the end. But I have 3 gifts that kind of go with this big announcement, okay? So the first one is, oh, see, there's my bonus gifts. Bonus gift number 1. So everyone's like, how? I want to join the coaching community. Let me tell you that the collaboration that we have inside of this community is fabulous. I leave feeling so refreshed, so motivated, even after all of these years, okay? And this is where Rich is going to come in for bonus gift number 3. We're going to chat a little bit about that, Rich. But if you are wanting to join the community, you absolutely can. So we're doing 50% off. So normally it is $40 a month. It will be 20, okay? There's no commitments. If you decide you don't like me, you can leave, okay? But that is just to join. I think you'll like me, okay? I'm kind of fun. That's just to join this group, okay? So this group has been going on for a long time, 3 years maybe. And so you can search, there's tons of information in here, tons of trainings. You just got to take the time to go in, search for anything, okay? It's all there. So you would have access to that. We do very weekly announcements, very big on communication. You'll get emails or we communicate in here. We have trainings that are coming up. We have the trainings from this last fall. All the authorizations you need, the short sale offer packets, the listing, all of that's right there, okay? And tons and tons and tons of communication here, okay? So I think Debbie's on. So that's a surprise. We can't talk about that yet. All right. Bonnie. Yeah, I mean, we try to make it fun. Like, look, what we do can be very heartbreaking, okay? And so we try to make it fun. We want to really figure out how to help these homeowners. We want to help them in these denials. It's crazy. And so that's where I just love getting on and having the collaboration, okay? Okay, so that's gift number 1. Along with all the courses in the series training, to join the community, it's 50% off, okay? Till the end of the year. And then gift number 2 is part of the bankruptcy. So let's go back to that. Here's the bankruptcy course. If you purchase the bankruptcy course, starting January 14th, probably until close to summer, we are going to go live every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central. Yes, it will be recorded. And we are going to carefully go through each one of these lessons, okay? And then all of that recording will go into another module for you, and you'll have access to that always. So we are going to start on January 14th and go through this, okay? The other big thing with that, so if you purchase this course, you can have access to the live training. It's going to start January 14th, and it'll probably go till, I have no idea, June maybe? It depends. I don't want to rush it. January 21st. we have a special training with Property Radar. Okay. And so I've set all of that up. It is going to be January 21st. There's a specific link. I need to put it in here. You'll register with them. Okay. It's through their Zoom, and then they'll provide me the recording. They are going to essentially teach us everything bankruptcy. Do I know it? Yes, but I'm not the expert inside of Property Radar. So they're going to come on, they're going to teach us everything. That is the time to come and ask questions about bankruptcy specific stuff inside of Property Radar. Okay, so that one is going to be January 21st. So yay. So the Property Radar session, the Property Radar session is going to be open to anyone inside of the coaching community. So let me go back here. Here is, so we already have this kind of all laid out. So in order to be a part of the whole bankruptcy course, navigating through the modules and all of the lessons, which will probably take us several weeks, you got to have the course, okay? But we are allowing anyone that's at least a part of the coaching community to join in on the Property Radar training, okay? So that Property Radar training is right here. So you would be able to register as long as you're a part of the coaching community and attend, okay? So yes, good question. So all of the trainings and stuff will go right here. This is where everything is recorded. It's really great, super organized, all in the featured area. Right now, we're going to have a Tuesday. We'll probably do a check-in session as well, but we're still working on all that. Okay. And then, I might have to take my sweatshirt off for this one. Okay. I talked about these families that are in denial. I don't know if a lot of you have had a conversation with families this year, but I have never seen it this bad before. Was business good? Yeah, I still made 6 figures. I still helped a lot of families. But I do feel like there was a lot of other families that I could have helped, but they're so far in denial and all they want to do is keep the house. I had someone that hired an attorney that said they were helping them. It went to foreclosure. I've seen so many bad things. So as a part of our community recently, a couple weeks ago, and Rich is a part of this, he's a big reason for this flow chart. We were like, how do we help these families understand in easy terms their options available? Okay, so Sadak and I went in and we created a 1-page flow chart of, okay, homeowner, look, you have an auction date. Do you want to keep the property? They say yes. They're always going to say yes, right? Okay, they say yes. Well, do you have a steady job? Yes. Okay, here's your options. And then we've created QR codes of a document they can download and understand the options available, or they can scan a QR code and listen to you speak about it. And we have all the documents. You just have to change it into your information. And then you look at my videos, watch them. That's what Debbie was saying here in the group. Videos are very good. And I believe that anyone who is in this situation watches one video will watch more or all of them. Okay. The whole point is to let them understand the options available. If they do not have a job, here's the options. How do you expect to keep your house? You know what I mean? So it's a flow chart. The flow chart includes a document that they can read if they prefer to read, or they can watch a video of you. If you're afraid of videos, I have my videos available. You can't use those, but they're simple. They're not long. We do not want to overcomplicate things. But this flow chart is really going to help families. And it was essentially from our collaboration inside of the community. So Rich was a part of that. I don't remember even really how we got about it, Rich, but we constantly talk about the denial, right? and how can we really help these families. So I'm starting that on January 1st, and I'm sending it along with the other pieces inside of the auction date. Yeah.
Just maybe kind of background on how we got how that came up is that because we're genuinely want to help people, we're not trying to hide anything from anybody. A lot of, well, again, specialists, attorneys, or whatever people, they have an incentive to have you go down their path because it makes money for them. And they may not share with you what the other options are. We're not about that. We're about helping people. And when you help people and genuinely help people, it comes back to you and rewards you later. So, if you give this flow chart to someone and they decide to use it, they think, well, oh, I have this friend that's a realtor of mine and I'm going to give this to them and show them. They can have this flow chart and they aren't going to know what to do with it because there's a lot of issues here, and it's denial, and working with denial is frustrating. It's frustrating for you, but it's more frustrating and heartbreaking for people, and that's why they're in denial. But anyway, the whole point is the flow chart shows generally and as simply as possible that there are options, but there are conditions for each of the options. If you meet the conditions, then you can choose an option. If you don't meet the conditions, that option is basically out. and it does so, and I think in a compassionate and educational way, so that people can come to their own conclusion. And usually it will be, but they'll realize and recognize that you want to help them, and that they'll have some trust in you and give you the opportunity to help them.
Yeah, it's so when we started talking about that, this was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and obviously I had a lot to finish with this stuff, right? And I was like, darn it, Rich, why are you putting something else on my plate? But I woke up in the middle of the night, and I know that is something when I wake up thinking about flow charts and how it's going to flow or whatever, that it was something I had to do. And I'm very excited about it. Everyone inside of the community is, because not only is it helping these homeowners, but I am 99.9% sure that no other agent in the United States is sending something like this. And so when you purchase one of the courses, one of these 5 courses, you are able to, it is in the confirmation email. You'll be able to download the document that has the template for Canva. It's in Canva, or the editable PDF, and then it will have all of the documents that you can change from my information to yours. And so the whole point of the flow chart is to flow. It's flow in a different way. Do they want to keep it? If they don't, okay, there's something that they can scan to read on selling. Then there's bankruptcy. There's deed in lieu. Well, we all know refinance isn't an option, but people think it is, so I explain it. So it's a really, really great resource. Be a source of information. Yeah, so that is the whole point. Thank you, Eric, is to be a source of information to help these homeowners. And, so we'll see, but it is a really, really great piece. All right, so that's bonus gift number 3. So like I said, it's in the confirmation emails for any 5 of these courses. It's already in the email. You'll just download it. It's a document. I wonder if I can show the document. I can show it at the end. I'll pull it up, but it's just a document and I've linked everything. So there's, I think, 8 to 10 different options. And so I've wrote like a 1-page kind of informational sheet, and you guys don't have to change any of that words if you don't want to. You just have to make sure you change my information to yours, and then do the video. If you don't want to do the video, just have them scan to read. They don't have to see a video of you, but for me, I was like, some people want to read, some people want to watch. So I gave them those 2 options. But if videos scare you, they won't after you join the group, because I know there's some that did not like videos and now they are okay with doing them. All right. So look, I wanted to break this down because people always tell me you can't make any money in short sales. False. Both of my short sales that were closing this month, one already closed, 3.5% to my side. And the buyer's commission was not cut. There was no issues whatsoever. 2.5 to the buy side. Give yourself 3.5. Okay. So let's just say, and I know some of you have higher averages than this. I did 375 because the one that I just closed was 400 and the one that I'm trying to get closed is 325. Okay. So you can do the calculations. So two that I'm closing, about 26,000 for 1 month, all from letters, the auction stuff, and bankruptcy attorneys. So you close 1 deal a month or 3 deals a month. There you go. Okay. So I've been doing this since 2007. I know that you can, but you have to be motivated and you have to have a group around you that is helpful.
Heather, it just occurred to me that if, when you see the commission split, 3.5% to you, the listing agent, and only 1.5 or 2.5 to the buyer's agent, you can get some pushback from the buyer's agent. And I would say this flow chart is the greatest thing. Send them a copy of the flow chart. Say, hey, you know what? Let me have you take a look at this flow chart of what I'm going to be doing and all that's involved, and then tell me that you still don't think I'm worth 3.5%.
Yeah, that is good. I'm pretty, I can do all this stuff in my sleep. So I did have an agent, I think on one of the deals and I just closed, submit at 3%. So it'd be 3 and 3. I want to get a deal done, right? But I told him no. I said, you resubmitted at 2.5. Like, you are a buyer's agent for a short sale. Do you know what is involved for a listing agent on a short sale? So he ended up resubmitting it at 2.5. There's a way to go about it. I'm not rude, but there's like, hey, you got to break it down and show them, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, and I agree with you. And it's sad to say, but early on when I first started doing the short sales, I have had a couple of situations where I don't think I made any money because I ended up helping the sellers, loaning them money and doing things for them and using my money and all that sort of thing. And I don't think I made any money on the transaction, but that was a learning lesson for me as well. But at any rate, they're just, the old saying, a short sale is not short. It's long.
It's not short. It's not short. I always joke around and say, well, it could be called a long sale, right? Yeah. It's so funny. But it's absolutely true. But the whole point here is to take the stuff that we're providing and continue to build your pipeline. Then you'll continuously have deals closing. It's simple. You just got to implement it, right? There's a lot, eternity sales. Yeah. There's a lot of comments going on. So feel free to look through those and stuff. I'm trying to get to everyone. Okay. So what's next? I love quotes. So don't let the fear of taking a chance hold you back from where you could be a year from now. Imagine the possibilities if you just took that leap. I always say look, I don't do this because, I have to. I don't have to. I do fine with the real estate. My husband owns a business here. I do this because I want to help the homeowner, and I cannot help the homeowner unless I first start with you. Because if you don't know how to do short sales or handle an equity sale that is behind on their mortgage, you shouldn't be taking on these deals because it's only hurting the homeowner. It's getting them in a pickle and they only hear what they want to hear. Okay. So for all of you that was on this Zoom last year at this time and didn't take a chance, I'm encouraging you to take that chance this year. All right. So any Q&As I would love for you to ask. I don't want to answer them. I would like for some of my community members to just unmute themselves and answer. Because a lot of them are on here. They're on here and taking their time because they believe in what we're doing. They believe in BluePrint. They believe in our community. They believe in our mission. And so I do want them to answer any questions that you may have. Wynn says go for it. Are there any questions? Maybe you want to go back to something. Let's answer any questions, and then I am going to give away a couple of free things.
Heather, if I can make a couple of comments. One, one of the things that's really nice and unique about what you've done is you've broken the course down into these modules that you can purchase separately. For example, last year when I got involved, basically to get everything that's being provided now, you had to commit to the whole year and to get all the courses. And one of the things that you offered that was an incentive for me to come back and get the training was you, and I don't know, maybe I shouldn't bring this up, but you offered a monthly kind of payment plan to get everything. But in lieu of that, now you've broken the courses down so that you can take them one at a time or a few at a time. And the cost to do that is less, not to mention the fact that you're offering 50% off. And the last thing I would say is when I first got involved with short sales back in 2005 and 6, I spent $3,000. So $3,000 20 years ago. And basically the course was $3,000 this last year. It was probably in 2005 dollars, more like $10,000. And that value that I got from that course, it made me a specialist, and it made me the go-to person in my office and in my community to help people. And I had referrals coming from borrowers and homeowners and other agents because they knew that I was the person that was genuinely trying to help people. And yes, I got paid doing it ultimately, but the initial purpose was to do the right thing and help these people, because it really leads to my passion is that I truly believe that home ownership is the key to financial freedom and security for the average family. I believe everyone should own the home, own the place that they sleep. Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to create wealth while you're sleeping, then you're going to have trouble, being able to retire or be financially free in the future. And why not only find a way to earn wealth and create wealth while you're sleeping, but do it in the place you're sleeping. So to me, home ownership is extremely important. And so I hate to see when people lose that opportunity and get disgruntled or unhappy about it because of the process, and then they never become a homeowner again.
Yeah, it's discouraging for them, but a lot of what we teach is like, look, this is just a season you're going through. Like, it's not the end.
Just a bump in the road. Yeah.
It's just a bump in the road. And a lot of these people come back and purchase something down the road. And so we want to make their experience good. Okay, Kimberly has a question.
I do. So I kind of have found my business taking a little bit different shift this last year in estate sales of people who have passed away. And I was just kind of curious as to how, do you ever find where a bankruptcy is or a short sale is because of the homeowners have passed away? I haven't ran into it yet, but
Yeah. So, I mean, I've seen everything when it comes to short sales. The situations and things that we hear and see is insane. So I've done houses where, yeah, they passed away, and then maybe someone else was on title and they got to get rid of it. I mean, there's tons of different situations, but a lot of my clients have passed. A lot of it was a probate situation. It's not just bankruptcies, but I say a lot of bankruptcy stuff because that's where the bulk of my business has come from. But when someone passes, if there's a mortgage, who's going to pay the mortgage? Then it goes behind and it's in a foreclosure situation. So yeah, try to sell it. So yes, you can still do short sales or equity sales if someone has passed. It is a tricky situation, a passing, HOA stuff, property taxes. So that's like, to me, a whole area of a distressed sale. There's issues going on, and that's where the community would come in to like help navigate.
And Heather, maybe just as a little teaser, another area that's going to be very common in the future is short sales involving reverse mortgages.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Rich.
Yes.
Oops.
So that is a course that we are working on. I don't know when it's going to be released because I felt like the bankruptcy and the book and killing two birds with one stone was something that is much needed. But I have done a ton of reverse mortgages. They're not that difficult, but yes, it is something that is coming in the future. Vivian, you have a question?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hey, I just wanted to reach out to tell everybody I've been a part of Heather's team for about 2 years. I completed all the trainings, and I'm actually ratified in my first short sale contract. We closed January the 12th. The only thing I sent them the equity letter last year, spoke with her. They wanted to keep the property. So she wasn't ready, but I kept sending the equity letter. I kept reaching out to her, and she called me 3 months ago and said, "Hey, Vivian, we're ready." They own the house outright. They've been there for 30 years, but they took out a reverse mortgage.
Okay.
The reverse mortgage was only $150,000, but I listed the property for just a little under $1 million. So they're gonna pay off the reverse mortgage, and they're gonna close with about $800,000 in equity, and that's just the one equity letter. That was it.
Yes. One letter
So
that costs 60 cents, right?
one letter. And what I do is I have 3 attorney websites that I go to for my state, Virginia and Maryland, and they list the foreclosure dates. All I do is get the address, double check in Bright to make sure it's not a contract. I immediately send out the equity letter with my little QR code to call me. So I've had about 7 people to call me and say the first of the year they're ready to go forward. And that's just the one equity letter. That's it.
Yeah, so the equity letter is included in the auction along with the other short sale letter and the postcard. So like the point here is, thank you, Vivian, for sharing. I didn't know that. Post it in the community.
I will.
The point here is you got to get consistent. Our marketing, it's simple, but it's unique. It works, but you have to also do follow-up. So it may be a no right now, like look at her case. It was a no, but she put them on a follow-up plan, continued to stay in touch, and here they are now selling. And that's so important. And yes, we talk about follow-up in the group. I mean, I could go on and on with stories, but I won't. Is there other questions or comments?
I'd like to talk to people who are not wanting to do videos. Okay.
Okay.
That was one thing that I didn't really want to do. My marketing person just kept on me. And I finally got into them, and they're actually fun now. I'm having fun with them. I put Big Boo in the comments because that's the one that a couple of us use. And you can change backgrounds, you can have an avatar. It's really great. So just, go in and look through it and see what you think. And I noticed somebody else put in one. So there are several out there. Hey Jen, that's the other one. And also, Canva also has an option to do that and to have an avatar. So, don't be afraid of it. I'm going to have to do a lot of remodeling of my my websites and stuff, and my booklets and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get a hold of Sadak when I get some new pictures, because as you can see, if you see my picture on all my stuff, it's not what I really look like anymore. So
Well, you look great, Bonnie, but what do I always say about the videos? These
done is
fam-
better than perfect.
Yes, just get it done. These families, you know, I mean, make yourself look decent, right? But these families do not need perfect. They really just need, they can see from your videos the empathy and compassion. It's not just like, hey, I'm an investor, I want to come and buy your house. Like, no, we're
Yeah, no.
educating them on the options that they have. And that's why we're so, so excited about this flow chart that we created. So, any other questions? So, I know most of you attend, or a lot of you attend my weekly power hours. We return from our trip on January 7th. So the plan is to have the first weekly power hour starting January 9th. What is it going to be? Don't know, haven't figured it out yet. I will though, but we are live every single week. I do try to train on something that would be beneficial to your business. So yeah, first one for 2025 is January 9th. Now, I do want to random off. So if there's any further questions, you can ask. I'm going to post the link to the stand store. It will start going out. You'll get reminders and posts inside of the group. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. I will still be around answering questions when I'm gone on our trip. So I'm going to put my email in.
Can I jump in here for a second?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have been listening, and for the benefit of you new people, I am considered a competitor to Heather in our area, and we both she's in another county, but we're very close. And I have also been doing short sales since 2007, and I've done hundreds of them. And I always used to tell her that once I joined her group, I told her that I would stalk her because I always wanted to know what my competition was doing. And so one time she held up one of those books, you know, this book. Yeah, Selling Your Home was a Short Sale. And I wanted that book. And, you know, I couldn't just get the book. I had to join the class and all that. And so I sucked it up and I joined her coaching program. And I thought, what could she possibly teach me? I know what she does. I've watched her all these years. I mean, and she's done way more than me. I will say that. But, like I said, I can hold my own on these. Well, I joined the group, and what I will say to the people that are on this, and they've been doing the hour of power and all that. And I mean, I tried every way. I paid $2 for something she was doing and all that. And finally I said, oh, well, I'm just going to suck it up and do it. And I have to tell you people that this has been probably close to 2 years. And I have so benefited from not only Heather's teaching and her training and collaboration, but from the other people in the group too. You know, you've heard Bonnie and Rich both hop on here, and they are so genuine and generous with their time and with their help. And many people in the group are. And, you know, I'm jealous of these prices, you know, $20 a month to join the coaching program and, you know, buying the courses a la carte is just a phenomenal thing. And Heather, I do applaud you for that. And I love this flow chart. I jumped right on it and I did all of the reports, and I have my QR codes, but I don't have my videos done because I'm not quite as quick as Bonnie is with getting her videos done. But I just want to encourage all of you that, you know, this is an opportunity. And with all that has gone on in our industry in the last year and a half, this is an opportunity to have a support person and group around you for pennies, basically pennies on the dollar. And I have so benefited. And like I said, I didn't think she could teach me anything. And guess what? She did. As you know, and it's just been a wonderful collaboration. And, you know, as she showed those numbers before, I remember doing one short sale 2 years ago that was $1 million short sale. And I said to the guy, what because he said to me, well, you know, I've got these letters from other people. And I said, well, would you share them with me? And so he did let me see them. And I said, what made you choose me? And he said, you know, I looked at all this other stuff, but you were sincere. You were very heartfelt in your willingness to help. And that's what this community is. And, you know, and I credit Heather for that. I mean, she just gives so much from her, of her time, and like she's answered me like on a Thursday night, or done a jot form for me to help me out on something. And it's just amazing. So I just encourage you all to just, you know, join, do something. I cannot believe the number of auction letters and the number of people in denial. I mean, I've had 7 or 8 people, and that's why I was so excited about this flow chart, because I have 7 or 8 people that say, well, I don't want to leave my house. And I say to them, you're going to leave your house either by the sheriff throwing your stuff out on the street, or because you've taken control of it and gotten help. And, you know, some of these people have 100, 150, you know, like that lady that just was on, and her people are going to get $800,000. I mean, they don't realize that they have equity. And this $1 million guy short sale that I did for him, he had a foreclosure defense attorney that he must have spent $10,000 with, just keeping him in the house month after month after month. And and this guy was a doctor, and I finally said to him, ask the foreclosure defense attorney what the end game is here. How is he going to keep you in your house? How is he going to keep you from losing the house? And when he asked those questions, the guy couldn't answer him. And so he finally decided to work with me, because I just said, you know what? You're paying him all this money. You're paying me nothing. And I'm going to work for you until the transaction is completed. So I'm going to just keep working my heart out for you until we get you the end result that you want. And so
it's a defense. That's what people don't get. Like, these attorneys are like, oh, I can keep you in the home. They never talk about the end game. Exactly. Right. Foreclosure defense. That's exactly what it is. It's just defense. It's not foreclosure forever, right?
No, it's foreclosure avoidance is what I call it. And I just look at the person and say, you know what? They go, I don't want to leave my house. And I go, I'm sorry, and I hate to be the mean person to tell you this, but you are leaving your house one way or another. The sheriff's going to throw your stuff on the street, or you're going to walk away with the equity that you have. And I'm helping you get the equity, or on the short sale, I'm helping you get the relocation money. And, you know, like I said, I am so glad that I joined this community and joined Heather in this process. And like I said, I know this flow chart, because in today's world, they're all looking for some bailout, and they think they're going to be able to keep their home, and they aren't. And I've actually done all of the reports that are on this flow chart, like, you know, the loan modification in the chapter 13. And she has a good way with words. She says it very nicely, but she tells them, you know what, the reality is, this may not be your option. You may have to face the fact that it's time to move out of your home, but let's do it with, you know, with the right things. So I just encourage people that are on here. And, you know, I always say I have the right to remain silent, but not the ability. I'll always chime in on the weekly calls or in the Facebook group and help out with people. Like if for some reason, you know, Heather's got something going on with her kids or whatever, I'll help you guys too. And we all do. Bonnie has been phenomenal. Rich has, Karen Gray, some of these other people. So it's really your thing. I don't know who Grace is, but thank you so much for that nice comment.
Debbie is great. So it's like really funny when you have someone like, she's probably lives like 30 minutes from me. So anyways, it's just really nice to have the collaboration. And she gave you a little bit of sneak peek of the flow chart. So lucky you all.
Yeah. Because mine's almost done. I just have to finish these videos.
You'll get it done.
Well,
okay.
I want to second what Debbie just said, and And for those of you that have any doubt from an economic standpoint, the value of this, when you think of this, as I kind of referenced earlier, when I first started, I spent $3,000 for a 3-day course that I attended, and I got a lot, and it was worth it. I'm not complaining at all. But when you compare that to what Heather is doing and taking the equivalent of, like I said, last year of $3,000 to get everything that she's now broken down into modules and made it, available on a kind of piece by piece basis, so you can take it a little at a time. But if you take $3,000 and factor in the fact that Heather does 2 trainings, live trainings every week, 2 hours, basically, at least, if not more, and divide that into $3,000, that ends up being less than $30 an hour. There's no way you're going to get any kind of professional, educational, and benefit from any expert for $30 an hour.
Rich, don't say that. Now I'm like, oh, well, what am I doing? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you just change, went from $40 to $20. I mean, I subscribe to other, niche types of trainings and whatever. And I mean, I don't want to give away your money or anything, but the value you're providing it's just incredible. So thank you so much. I just want to help. That's all. I just want to help you guys. And like, there's, if you're looking for a niche, this is it. But I can't come over to your town or your house and wring your neck and tell you to do it. All the tools are there for you. So if you come on and you're like, it's not working because of you. It is not us in our community. We're here to help. Everything that I'm still using and have used since 2007 is there for you. So, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. Okay. So I put everyone. So if you did not register for this event, I need to know right now because I need to put your name on this list. So everyone that registered for this event is on this list. Guess what? A lot of them are not here live. So if their name gets drawn, they ain't going to get the freebie. Charles, I went through everything. Everything is 50% off. I went through it a little bit ago. So I will post the link in a minute. But anyway, so we are going to give away, we're going to give away 1 boot camp. And we're going to give away 1. Yeah, so Mary's actually in Alabama and she's been rocking it. I know, Mary, you haven't been attending a lot of the trainings lately, but I know that you've been rocking it. So, Vivian, you're a part of the community already, so it's not going to apply to you. Kimberly, you're on the list. Kimberly A should be on here. Well, hold on.
I think I saw it. Yeah,
You did see it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so Debbie, pick a number 1 through 10. Well, either put up your hand or unmute yourself.
6.
6. Okay, so we're going to randomize this 6 times. On the 6th one, and you'll see it, I'll show you, the top person is going to get access to the boot camp, okay? For free. So I will need your email so I can add you into that, okay? So if your name, if someone is not live, this is for anyone that attend live. So if you're not on here, sorry. Okay, so let's go. Randomize. So there's 37 names on here. And we are now at number 2. See? And you said 6, right, Bonnie or Debbie?
Yep.
Okay. So there's 3, 4, 5. All right. Erica C. Is Erica C on? I feel like she was, but I don't think she is anymore. I don't think so. Okay, sorry, Erica. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more time and we'll see. Patina? No. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going until we get someone. Oh, another Patina. Erica C. Dang, Erica should have been on here. Catherine? I don't think Catherine's on either. So if I call your name, because I don't want to go through all of the people that are on, then just unmute yourself and say, yeah, that's me. Kelly? I don't see some people's names on the chat. Donna? Oh my gosh. Jeremy? Nope.
I'm here.
Oh, Jeremy, you're here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So if you can post in the chat your email, and I will get you set up this afternoon into the boot camp. Congratulations. Where are you from? Okay, I'm going to write this down. Oklahoma. Oh, yeah, Oklahoma has some definitely some foreclosures. Okay. And I'll reach out to you, but you'll get an email exactly from Stan, and it will just send you an email and you can log into everything, okay?
Awesome. Thank you much.
All right, should we do another one?
Let's do it.
I'll post the Stan store info in a minute. So we'll do one more boot camp. And okay, so we're at 14 times. Let's do 16. Divine? I'm just going to keep going. So if you see your name at the top, then just yell. Kelly again? Bettina? Danielle C? I feel like you just commented. Yay! Danielle, I think that's you. And you already gave me your email. So, oh, did she get off? Oh, no, Danielle, are you there? I see her on. Okay, so Danielle, if you want to send me your contact information. Oh, did she log off? No, she's right there. Hey, Danielle.
Sorry, I was
Okay.
having issues.
Just post your email in the chat and I'll get you set up. So congratulations.
Perfect.
All right. Are there any final questions? Otherwise, I know I took a lot of your time. I really, really appreciate all of you. We will be back January 9th for our weekly power hours. In the meantime, I hope that you take advantage of everything inside of the Superstore. Get a little of it underneath your belt, and then we'll be back in the community doing a bunch of great stuff, probably some special trainings for 2025. But I hope everyone has a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see all of you next year. Danielle, don't forget to send me your email before you log off. Yeah, Lily, I can never get that, but I know the Christmas Hawaiian song. We sing it all the time.
Eli Kaliki Maka, yeah.
Yeah, Mele Kaliki Maka. Bye, Bonnie. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye, Debbie.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Rich. Enjoy all your outdoor weather this season.
Yep. Going to be sailing again this week.
Awesome. Enjoy. Oh, I never posted I'll post it later in the group. Bye, Charles. Bye, Latanya. Hey, Danielle, you there?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
that's okay. Okay, can you post your email and then I'll get you all set up this afternoon?
Yes, yes. I'm gonna send that right now. Okay. Thank you. I don't know what my phone starting to act up.
That's okay. Okay, so let's see here. And I'll just message you on Facebook when I get it all set up.
Perfect. That'd be great.
Okay. So Charles, I know you're in Chicagoland, so the series trainings are available to you. This will not be. The prices are all right here. So it's 50% off everything. I will post the link in the group in a little bit as a thank you, but it will be available until December 31st, the 50% off, and then it will go back to the original prices. All right, any other questions? Have a blessed holiday season. Merry Christmas, and I'll see all of you in 2025. Bye.